Now this France game is over. I know you all have been waiting to hear my thoughts on everything, so let's get into it. One issue I ran into right away was the pacing. This might really just be the worst paced game we've ever seen in this manga. The game was just way too short for no reason, leaving little to no room to develop the characters that must desperately needed some development here. Take Chijiri for example. This was supposed to be his magnum opus. Chijiri fans had genuinely been waiting years to finally see him race Loki. But then there was genuinely no time for all that to happen. Things just went way too fast. I legit remember reading through the second half. It started with Loki making one play, losing the ball, and then suddenly, just like that, 30 minutes had passed. But then the pacing tied deeply into another issue that's low-key been bugging me in this manga. And that's this whole gimmick of there only being 3 actual players on the opposing team. This time it was just legit Loki and Hugo, with a bit of Charles here and there. Bro scored the first goal, disappeared, and this whole thing suddenly became the Loki and Hugo show. How am I supposed to respect these guys as the golden generation when only 2 of their players are actually top tier and the rest are just legit fodder? Another thing I could pick up here was the inconsistency in the writing, and how that inconsistency went in to butcher a good portion of the characters in this game. Let's take Shido for example. You bring him as the Joker to change the game. After Charles had been hyping him up as being the only chance they have of winning, even Kurasio was out here glazing him, calling him the ultimate weapon and Bluelock's king, or whatever. But then, I kid you not, after Barou intercepted his pass, the guy went on to do absolutely nothing for the rest of the game. We saw a similar thing play out with Charles and Hiyori. With Charles, you built him up to be the key for Loki, to actually surpass Noel Noah and become the world's best thanks to his passes. But then, in this game, he legit opts to score his own goal and not even complete one key pass. Legit gets his role stolen by Hugo. Speaking of Hugo though, I won't lie, his existence was one of the things that made this game actually readable. He's quite easily the best antagonist, and dare I say the best written character we've gotten. Blank period, everything about him. From his design, to his playstyle, to his worldviews. He's really what Bluelock has been missing for a while. Someone who actually challenged Ego's philosophy, and wasn't proven to be wrong. And boy oh boy did he cook. It was also a joy to watch Isagi showcase his belt. Speaking on Isagi though, contrary to popular opinion, this game might be one of the most enjoyable and interesting displays I've seen from him. I love how his character writing went down here. It's been a long while since we saw him actually struggle. I was scared Kaneshiro was just going to hand him a free goal in the end. But thankfully that didn't happen. The ending kept me curious as to what's going to happen in the England game. As for Ren Itoshi though, nah. We need to have some serious discussions about this guy. His character has become so weird and confusing ever since the U20 game. And for the love of Christ, can we drop this whole destroyer gimmick? It's corny, it's performative, and it just looks like an excuse to buff him up when it seems convenient. Now it's no more yielding results. What does Rin do better than Barou? Like, please explain to me. His obsession with the Isagi surpasses anything I've seen in my worst relationship. Isagi cooked up a goal-scoring opportunity, and this bum pulls up from nowhere and messes the shot. Ego, if I see this guy in the starting lineup against England, I will genuinely consider picking up something else. Like, what on earth is this? Overall though, I think while this game wasn't bad, I do think it's not as good as anything we got in the Neo Egoist League. Also, before I forget, Aiku, Ryu, and Gagamaru are officially on Fraud Watch. Spread the word. Also, like and subscribe for more Bluelock and anime on your feed.